Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young boy who was blind. Despite his inability to see, this boy had an extraordinary gift. He could weave stories that touched the hearts of everyone who heard them. His tales were full of wisdom and moral lessons that inspired the entire village. Yet, despite this remarkable talent, the blind boy spent most of his days alone. The other village boys, instead of appreciating his gift or offering friendship, mocked him mercilessly. "Look at the blind boy," they would jeer. "He tells stories about things he's never even seen." They'd put obstacles in his path, laugh when he stumbled, and run away when he called for help. Each cruel word pierced the boy's heart like a thorn. In the darkness of night, he would lie awake, wondering, why was I born this way? What purpose does my life have if I'm only meant to be ridiculed? One morning, the weight of his sorrow became unbearable. The blind boy decided he could no longer endure this life. Using his walking stick, he made his way toward the river that flowed at the edge of the village. "The river will end my suffering," he thought, his heart heavy with despair. As the boy approached the riverbank, he heard the gentle rustling of leaves from a large banyan tree. Beneath its ancient branches sat a monk in deep meditation, his orange robes glowing softly in the morning light. The monk's eyes opened as he sensed the boy's troubled spirit. "Young one," the monk called out gently, "I sense great turmoil in your heart. Come, sit beside me." Startled, the blind boy stopped. The kindness in the monk's voice was something he hadn't heard in so long. Slowly, he made his way to the monk and sat down, his walking stick trembling in his hands. "Tell me, child, what brings such darkness to your young soul?" the monk asked. The words poured out of the boy like water breaking through a dam. He spoke of his blindness, his gift that seemed worthless, the cruel mockery of the other boys, and his decision to end his life. Tears streamed down his face as he finished. "I am useless. Master, my blindness makes me a burden, not a blessing." The monk listened with compassion, then spoke. "Let me tell you a story, my child. Perhaps you will understand its message better than most." The monk began. In a dense forest, there grew many trees tall, straight, and handsome. They stood like pillars reaching for the sky. Among them was one tree that was different. Its trunk was bent, its branches twisted and misshapen. The straight trees would mock their crooked neighbor daily. "Look at us," they would boast. "We are tall and straight and beautiful. No one wants to look at you. You're all crooked and bent over. You're a disgrace to our forest." The crooked tree felt deep sadness. It wished desperately to be as beautiful and useful as the others. "Why must I be so different?" it would wonder. Then one day, a man arrived with a group of wood. The man examined all the trees carefully. "Cut down all the straight trees," he commanded his workers. "We need them for lumber and planks. But leave that crooked tree alone. It's useless to me. I can't make anything valuable from its twisted wood." One by one, the straight trees that had stood so proud were felled. Their perfect forms, which they had boasted about, became the very reason for their destruction. But the crooked tree remained standing, saved by what it had considered its greatest flaw. Soon, it became the only home for hundreds of birds. From that day forward, the crooked tree never again felt sad about its shape. It realized its imperfection was actually its protection. Its perceived weakness had become its greatest strength. The monk paused, letting the story settle in the boy's mind. Then he continued, "Do you understand, young one? You see yourself as the crooked tree, bent by blindness. But like that tree, what you perceive as your greatest weakness may be your greatest strength." "But, master," the blind boy protested, "I cannot see." "How can blindness be a strength?" The monk smiled. "Tell me, when you create your stories, what do you see?" The boy thought for a moment. I see with my heart." "Master, I see the emotions, the lessons, the truth that lies beneath appearances." "Exactly," the monk exclaimed. "Those boys who mock you, they see only surfaces. Their eyes work perfectly, yet they are blind to kindness, blind to wisdom, blind to the beauty of your gift. You, who cannot see with your eyes, see deeper truths. Your stories touch hearts because they come from a place beyond physical sight." The monk continued, "No one is perfect in this life. Even those boys who appear perfect have weaknesses. Perhaps their weakness is their cruelty, their inability to see beyond the surface. The boys who develop cruelty in their minds will receive similar treatment from society. Just like the straight trees, you, like the crooked tree, will be loved for your moral stories. Your blindness has given you the gift of inner sight. It has made you a storyteller whose words carry weight, because they come from the experience of struggle and depth. The very quality that seems like a flaw is the one that provides you with unique wisdom and purpose. The blind boy felt something shift within him. The monk's words were like a sunrise after a long, dark night. "Remember," the monk said, placing a gentle hand on the boy's shoulder, "comparing yourself to others leads only to unhappiness." The straight trees spent their lives looking down on the crooked tree, but in the end, it was the crooked tree that survived. You, too, have a purpose that only you can fulfill. Your stories, born from your unique perspective, may save more lives than you know. But what should I do about the boys who mock me? The blind boy asked. "Continue telling your stories," the monk advised. "Let your gift shine brighter. Those with wisdom will gather around you. The others, well, like the woodcutters, life will teach them their own lessons. Your blindness is not your weakness. It is the source of your unique strength. Use it." From that day forward, the blind boy returned to the village with a new understanding. He no longer cursed his fate. When the boys mocked him, he remembered the crooked tree, standing tall and free while the straight trees were gone. He continued telling his stories, and gradually, those with wisdom began to seek him out. The blind storyteller became the village's most treasured teacher, his disability becoming his greatest ability. This story teaches us some important lessons. 1. Nobody is perfect in this world. The blind boy believed his inability to see made him worthless, while the straight trees believed their perfection made them superior. Yet, perfection is an illusion. Everyone has weaknesses, some visible, others hidden. 2. Embrace your uniqueness. The blind boy's inability to see gave him the extraordinary ability to see with his heart. Similarly, the crooked tree's bent shape became a home for hundreds of birds. What makes you different may be your greatest asset. 3. Do not compare yourself to others. The blind boy's misery came from comparing himself to the seeing children. The crooked tree was sad comparing itself to the straight ones. Comparing yourself to others only leads to unhappiness. Be content with who you are. And 4. Everything has advantages and disadvantages. The blind boy's blindness, which seemed only a disadvantage, actually gave him deeper insight. The crooked tree's twisted forms saved its life. In our own lives, we are all like the blind boy or the crooked tree. Some of us carry visible differences. Others bear invisible struggles. But here's the truth. Nobody is perfect, and that's exactly how it should be. So today, I challenge you. Stop comparing yourself to others. Start embracing your weaknesses. Your perceived weakness might be someone else's inspiration. Your struggle might be someone's hope. You are not broken. You are unique, and in that uniqueness lies your greatest strength. Now, I want you to comment below and tell me, have you ever felt like the blind boy, mocked for something beyond your control? Or perhaps you've been like the village boys, judging someone before understanding their journey. Maybe you've felt like the crooked tree, wishing you could be straight and tall. Share your story, because someone reading it might be standing at their own riverbank today, feeling hopeless. Your words could be the gentle voice that calls them back. If this story touched your heart, please hit the like button and share this video with someone who needs this message. You never know who might be struggling with their own perceived imperfections, waiting to hear that their difference is their strength. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories. Every week, we share tales that help us see beyond the surface and find wisdom in unexpected places. Remember, nobody is perfect. Stop comparing. Start embracing. What makes you different makes you irreplaceable. You are not worthless because you are different. You are priceless because you are unique. See you in the next story.